New York tackles the rise in gun violence. The new law is in effect right now.
Just how much longer can we hang on to this beautiful weather? What you can expect through morning.
And it's the perfect place for a weekend hang. New York Live checks out a new restaurant on Mulberry Street, serving up some old school Italian eats with a side of disco. Hey, what's up? This is News 4 Now for June 6th. I'm your girl, Kay Ingram. Now, it is being called a historic package of gun legislation. I'm talking about laws meant to protect people from the slew of mass shootings we've seen over the past 3 weeks. Governor Kathy Hochul signed them at a Bronx YMCA in the Edenwald section of the Bronx. No shortage of lawmakers in attendance. It's 10 bills that passed just weeks after deadly mass shootings, not only here in New York, but nationwide. At the center of it, a measure banning anyone under the age of 21 from buying or possessing a semi-automatic rifle. Other bills include requiring micro-stamping for new guns to easily trace a bullet back to the gun it was fired from. And another big one, prohibiting the purchase of body armor for anyone not engaged in an eligible profession. New York joins a handful of states that have raised the minimum age for the purchase of long guns.
In New York, we are taking bold, strong action. We're tightening the red flag laws to keep guns away from dangerous people. And we're raising the age of semi-automatic weapons so no 18-year-old can walk in on their birthday and walk out with an AR-15. Those days are over.
Some Republican lawmakers argued that the bill does nothing more than hassle gun owners and does little to curb gun violence. And a terrifying attack at a restaurant in Queens. A security camera first captures a man smashing in the restaurant's plates, glass windows, with a hammer late this weekend. Then he goes inside and starts smashing the plexiglass panels around the food. It happened on Roosevelt Avenue in Flushing. Police arrived during the attack and arrested the 56-year-old man. They say he's had other run-ins at the restaurant and that the owner had a restraining order against him. The man faces multiple charges. A Yale epidemiologist warns the window is closing on containing the monkeypox outbreak, and he says the LGBTQ community should mobilize to help get it under control. The outbreak has mainly infected gay and bisexual men. Here in New York City, 7 suspected cases have been identified. That brings the nationwide count to at least 28 across 12 states and Washington, D.C. Now, when it comes to COVID, the CDC says that the city is now at medium risk for the virus. Luckily, that's down from high. Surrounding counties in New Jersey are medium too, but that's not the case for Long Island, though. Even with that good news from the CDC, the city's own COVID alert system still puts community spread at high, which means masks indoors are recommended.
Hi there, I'm Storm Team 4 meteorologist Maria LaRosa. Hope you enjoyed another beautiful day. We got to extend the gorgeous weekend weather one more day, and it's going to be a nice evening. Temperatures staying in the low to mid 70s. Sunset well past 8 p.m., so it's a nice, long, enjoyable evening. And then a few clouds heading into the overnight, but we stay dry, and that includes the humidity. We do have some changes, though, and we'll start to feel them tomorrow. One of them being the gustier winds. While not wild tonight by any stretch of the imagination, you can see by later in the day, winds really picking up out of the south, 10, 20 miles per hour, and that's going to help bring back the cloud cover, but also increase that humidity a little bit. Definitely noticeable by the end of the day, and eventually some showers and storms. But not tonight. It stays really nice. 62 degrees, again, patchy clouds. 58 for White Plains, will be in the 60s in Islip, as well as Newark, into the low and mid 50s to the north and west.
All right, are you that friend that constantly gets hit up for good eat recommendations? Well, if so, listen up, because New York Live paid a visit to Little Italy to check out Manero's, which has good music, good vibes, and classic Italian food. Check it out.
Mulberry Street's only slice shop has opened a red sauce restaurant next door, and we are headed to Manero's of Mulberry.
Roman, I haven't seen you since you opened Regina's on Orchard Street. And you opened a slice shop on Mulberry since in 2019, and here we are at Manero's of Mulberry. What can we find here?
Classic, old school, authentic dishes. Bay clams, mom's twist to a classic meatball. Keeping things a little lighter, roasted beets, rice ball, not arancini, I'm making it clear today.
What's wrong with arancini?
Arancini to me it's more Italian. It's a different recipe. It's not what a classic Italian red sauce pizzeria would serve you. Growing up, I never said arancini.
This is New York Italian.
Brooklyn Italian.
That's right, you are. Talk to me about the cocktails.
This place is built off of obviously Monero with Saturday Night Fever, but the real environment to us of that era was Studio 54. So they're named after all the powerful women that held down that environment. This is the Grace Jones, the Bianca Jagger. I mean, she stole the show, not only walking in, I'm sure, taking everyone's breath away, but she came in on a horse. Deborah Harry, and the last one, the Sophie Loren, which she was there. So we started out as a pizza shop. The pizza shop transitioned into the restaurant, and we're using a lot of those elements and predominantly the pizza oven to make everything that is on the table right now.
That's impressive. Yeah, so far it's a gift. Everything's delicious.
So the goal here is to keep you having fun. After 12 o'clock, we're gonna start serving slices, old school style. Saturday Night Fever, Tony Monero, slammed the slice, kept it moving. 2 slices, actually.
Food and fun, that's where it's at, man. Cheers.
And finally, June is Pride Month, and Queen's Pride is making its big return to in-person celebrations today. That's right, their celebration, 30th year, is going down right now, filling the streets of Jackson Heights. News 4's Jessica Cunnington is here with what makes this year's parade different from past.
Make way, everyone, for the first major Pride Parade of Pride Month.
Oh, I mean, it's great to be back at Queen's Pride! Woo!
In case you didn't hear, Jackson Heights was loud today for the 30th annual Queen's Pride Parade, a celebration of progress.
And when we started this parade, we could never have imagined that we would get to this point. 2022, and we're out, we're loud, and we're proud.
Helping step off the entire celebration, Mayor Eric Adams.
And everybody's welcome here. That's how we do.
Marching with him, members of the Gay Officers Action League. The NYPD Commissioner and First Deputy Commissioner also supporting here today. The NYPD has been banned, though, from the larger New York City Pride Parade later this month. And whoever you are, 37th Avenue today was your runway, your dance floor, your stage.
Wait, New York, baby.
They are taking this from 89 down to 75th, and all of this love, this diversity, this inclusivity, it is pride, and it is also exactly what Queens is about.
In Queens, we welcome you and we love you.
Thousands of people today.
Just be able to celebrate diversity.
Continue to resist it and fight for the human rights for transgender community.
Coming from around the corner or around the tri-state. For the next generation.
Our hope is that, having 2 dads won't be an issue for him, and he can be whoever he wants.
For their own generation.
I feel like it should be part of every education in school today. Just to teach the kids that being who you are, or who being you were born to, is not something wrong. It's just being part of yourself.
It's a message from Queens
Happy Pride
to the world.
And I would just really like for everybody to just celebrate their differences and not just like each other for who they are.
Jessica Cunnington, News 4, New York.
All right, friends, well, that's it for today's show. Thanks for taking a walk with me around New York City. I'm Kay Ingram. Remember, love is love, and I'll see you back here tomorrow on another episode of News 4 Now. See ya. Woo!